Hi there, it's Tim again, and today what we're going to do is the second part of that conversion tracking, where today we're going to go through postback tracking. Now it's a fairly tricky setup. You've got to make sure that you do it correctly in order for it to fire properly, but when you do get it set up properly, the data that can be pulled through into your analytics account and then into your ads account is very powerful. It's very useful in terms of helping you understand your return on investment and whether you should be investing more in particular keywords and particular search terms, what have you. I'll show you it all later on. The things you need in place before you get started with this are you need to have an analytics account set up, and you need to make sure that that analytics account is linked to your ads account, and I'll show you how to do that in this video as well. Okay, so make sure you've got that, make sure you've got your ads account open and your analytics account open, and let's get on. Okay. Hi Doreen, hello again. Right, so what I need to do, if that's all right with you, is to set up the postback tracking now. And as I understand it, all I need to really give you is the UA code from analytics and to ask you very nicely to set up postback tracking. Yeah, is that correct?
Yes.
That is correct, right, brilliant. Okay, so can I send you this code?
Yep.
Which I'll just do that in the chat. So this is the UA code. And then can you please just set those up and I'll share the screen with everybody so they can see what's going on.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into the postback section and type in the site, so gamer dating arena, that'll bring up, and all I need to do is hit the generate postbacks for Google Analytics goals button. And that's it.
That's it, done. Easy. Okay, brilliant. So now that's all in there, I can now crack on and start creating the goals inside analytics. Lovely. Yeah. Thanks very much, Doreen. See you soon.
No worries. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Okay, so I have my analytics account, and the first thing I want to do is to link it to my Google Ads account. So come across to here under property and product linking. And then I'm just going to select my Google Ads account here. Here it is here. Just select that and then go down to the bottom and continue. And then what I want to do is make sure that all website data is on. And I'm going to then just click on link account. Okay, now you come down here. It says what's next, blah, 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 blah. A bit of information about this, import some goals, etc. But just click done. And there we are. We've got that linked. Now, the next thing we're going to do, so now we've got Google Ads linked and to analytics. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the goals in analytics. So Co2 Goals, add a new goal. The type of goal is custom and click continue. And we're going to be looking for an event. So select event and we're going to name this as registration and click continue. Now this next bit is very important. Make sure you copy this exactly. So pause this video once I've typed this in and make sure you write this in exactly as I've written it. So registration, that's the category, and then the action is sign up. Now we leave that as yes and we click save. That's that done. Now we're going to create the subscription goal. So click new goal again. Again, come down to custom, continue, name this subscription. And again, this is an event and click continue. And we're going to type in here under category, subscription and initial. Again, leave that to yes and save. Okay, that's the second one set up. Now we've got the third one being set up, new goal. And this is going to be rebuild. So this is the people who reinitial and people who rebuild. So again, come down to custom, continue. Going to call this rebuild. And we're going to call this event and continue. Again, we're going to type in here subscription. Make sure that you do this exactly as I'm doing it. And rebuild. Okay, all lowercase. And then make sure that's clicked to yes. And click save, and those are our three goals that we've got set up. Now Now we've got those set up here, what we need to do now is pull those into ads, Google Ads. And we're inside conversion actions. If you can't remember how to get there, it's under tools and settings and conversions. Now we're going to click on the add button and we're going to come across to here and we're going to click on import because we're going to import these from Google Analytics. Select Google Analytics and select continue. And you'll see that it's now throwing up these 3 goals that we just set up in Analytics. And we want to pull those into Google Ads. So let's just select them all and import them. Okay, so we've got all of these in here now, and what we need to do is just change the criteria for these. So you can see that this has pulled them in, and it said it's rebuild, for example, category other, the click-through conversion window. So we need to go in and change all of that. So I'm going to do that for each of them. So the rebuild, come down here and click edit, and category, the rebuild is actually a purchase. So I'm going to select that and save. The rebill, we don't want to count just one conversion, we want to count every conversion because people will rebill for more than 1 month. Click through conversion window, let's increase that to 90 like we did on the others. Including conversions, no, I don't want Google to be optimizing anything on these conversions, but I will still see the data for it. And the attribution model, I'm going to stick to linear and done. Come back. And then we'll just do the same thing with the other 2. Okay, so I've done that. Now what I'm going to do with the other ones that I set up, I personally am going to use the Postback because it provides me with data in terms of sales values, and I can pull that into my Google Ads, and so I can start to see return on investment a lot better. And also, like I've said, it's more reliable. So in order for me to do that, I don't want Google to make any decisions based on the website ones that we set up in part 1. So I just got to go into those and say to Google, no, please don't include those in conversions. So I'm just going to go into those and switch those off. Okay, so now we've got our goals set up. So we've got the 3 that we want from Analytics, the 2 of which we're asking Google to optimize against, which is the registrations and the subscriptions. And we've also got the rebill one there, which is going to be dragging in data, but Google isn't going to make any decisions on it for us. And we've got the other ones, the previous ones that we set up, the subscription and the registration, we've got those set to no. We don't want to include those in conversions. The last thing to note with these postbacks is you must make sure that you keep the name exactly the same as it appears inside Analytics. If you change this name, Google Ads isn't going to pick those conversions up from Analytics. So just make sure that you keep these names exactly as they appear in Analytics. That's your conversion tracking all set up and ready to go.